Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Susan Miller, and this presentation this evening is The Time Is Now, and we are referring to the financial opportunity of Isagenix. You know, this is a really exciting time to be involved with this company because of so many factors, and I'm going to try to do it as quickly as possible to condense in about a 15-20 minute window of time that I can articulate for you what this financial opportunity means right now. For you who are listening on this call, we start off by identifying seriously who we are as a company, what our mission statement is. So my name is Susan Miller. I was introduced to this company back in 2012, and their vision statement really spoke to me. And it says, our vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process create the largest health and wellness company in the world. Now that's a pretty powerful statement, guys, but I will tell you this. It is really important for you to identify the fact that there's a lot of challenges going on in this world. And if we identify a problem, we can offer a solution, and there's a financial opportunity attached to that. That's pretty impressive. And so that's what I'm going to take the time this evening to articulate with you guys, okay? So first of all, again, my name is Susan Miller. I come from the salon industry. I was a business owner and an entrepreneur. I actually am a residual income expert. I learned about residual income when I was in my 20s, and I was quite excited about the fact that you can build something once and get paid for the rest of your life. That was really important. Once I learned that, there was nothing else I would want to do other than that once you've learned how to be able to do that. And so, guys, this evening, I'm going to articulate that with you. I'm going to do my best to share that with you on how you can literally be able to build something once and get paid for the rest of your life. But in order to do that, you have to actually identify the fact that there's a problem. And right now, I think we can all agree that we are dealing with a health crisis, not just here in the United States, but worldwide. Billions of dollars are being spent on research, and yet our health is declining on an alarming rate. Let's talk about that for a second. Cancer, obesity, diabetes, food allergies, Alzheimer's, autoimmune diseases, ADD and ADHD, and chronic illnesses. If you're not experiencing it, I can guarantee you know somebody that is. Matter of fact, somebody in every single one of these categories. Over 1.6 million cancer cases in 2016 were identified with the American Cancer Society. That is 1 out of 2 Americans, and here it goes again. 1 out of 2 Americans this is happening to, over the age of 55 are at risk of developing cancer. Guys, I just turned 56. This is a major concern. Over 69% of people in North America are considered overweight or obese. That is alarming, guys. I mean, think of this, a global impact of diabetes alone, which is directly related to being overweight. 350 million people worldwide have diabetes today, and they're likely to double. Like, we're looking at another 20 million people, okay, are going to actually have to, in every single year thereafter. That's scary stuff, guys. And then you have Robin O'Brien. She wrote the book, The Unhealthy Truth. Are we allergic to food or what we've done to it? That is a very serious question. You have to ask yourself why. Because of toxicity and deficiency, 100,000 new chemicals have been introduced to our food supply in the past 30 some odd years, and only 560 of them have been tested. Isagenix is a world leader in nutritional cleansing. And the reality is what we are and what we are not. What we are is focusing on a whole body approach of detoxifying the body through nutritional cleansing. What we are not is a shake company. We are not a Me Too company out there. This is truly about putting your body in an ideal state to where it can actually absorb the nutrition that we are getting from food. Unfortunately, the food supply that we have right now is devoid of the nutrition that we actually need. You saw that our water and our soil are depleted, or they're sprayed with toxins, and this is having a dramatic impact on our health. One of the things that I saw with Robin O'Brien, who I actually reached out to, she wrote the book, The Unhealthy Truth, and one of the things that she was able to have a direct correlation to in her research was back in 1997, they introduced into our food supply GMOs, and it started with our milk. And from that point thereon, there was a direct correlation to children that were being admitted into the emergency room with food-related diseases. Now, I don't know about you guys, but as I said, I'm in my 50s. And when I grew up, and I was in elementary and junior high, I never knew anyone that had a peanut allergy, never mind a child that was dying from it. There is a real concern out there that we have to take back the control of our health. And you have to first admit that there is a problem, right? And then know that there is a solution. And the solution isn't just Isagenix. I mean, I would be arrogant to say that. What it is taking control of your health. That is the solution. Not looking at the fact that you can take a pill, you can eat and do whatever you want. You don't have to exercise. You don't have to worry about what you consume. And you can just take a pill and you're going to get better. Well, that has been proven not to work, guys. And so Isagenix comes along as a company that focuses on deep cellular nutritional cleansing. So we put the body in an alkaline state, and there is not a person on this planet that is in an alkaline state that has cancer. That has been proven. So if you have cancer, you are acidic. And so the number one concern for us right now is to keep our bodies healthy. And if we can show you a tool that you can use that can do that, you've got yourself a solution, right? And we have so many people that have had solutions from this. We have weight loss, energy, performance, healthy aging. Every single one of us struggled with one of this at some time in our lives. And if not ourselves, we know somebody who did. For me, it was autoimmune issues. And I struggled with excess weight. I struggled with energy specifically. And by being able to put these products in my body, even though I went to so many doctors to try to find a solution, and they gave me so many medications to try to mask the symptoms, nothing worked until I learned that food really does matter. And Isagenix is convenience. That's what it's about, guys. Being able to put convenient food in your body that your body can actually absorb 70 plus plant-based nutrients in one of our number one products, Cleanse for Life, that pulls the toxins from your body. The main nutrient in it is aloe vera. So what that does is help your gut be healthy. And if your gut isn't healthy, guess what, guys? We can't be healthy. And then you have energy. We have this product called eShot and our Ionic Supreme. These two products I live on, because what happens when I put them on my body? My body literally wakes up and I feel amazing, guys. This is a huge impact. If you could help people feel good, guess what? Consuming the product is a no-brainer. Then we have a performance line. You're going to be speaking with a woman later on tonight, Carol Elizabeth, who actually comes from the fitness industry. And I'm telling you guys, these products have impacted. We have so many professional athletes. I myself have brought on a two-time Olympian for diving who won 2 bronze medals in Olympics, and also a gentleman who won CrossFit Worlds utilizing our Isagenix performance line. These products are the real deal. And then healthy aging. I just call it healthy living. Who doesn't want to feel their best? And if you can put products in your body and you can get an immediate result from it, and by the way, at the end of the day, that's what matters, guys. We are a $5 billion company today because our products simply work. But tonight's call truly is about the financial opportunity. So I want to lean more that direction. You will be able to get on many calls. Go to our company website. Go to the person who introduced you to this presentation this evening or to these products and ask them to tell you more in depth about how these products function. But let me tell you why these products have done so well for us. And that's because it is backed by science. We have over 50 plus full-time scientists working for us, nutritionists, dietitians, food scientists, biochemists, chemists themselves, organic chemists. I mean, guys, we have this amazing company. In 15 years, they have put together the most incredible staff with a no compromise. This is John Anderson right here. He is our Isagenix founder and original formulator. And his quotes are, Isagenix has built its reputation on exceeding all standards commonly used in the nutraceutical industry. And in this vision of creating the no compromise company places Isagenix in a category all on its own. Guys, this is huge. When you start vetting what this company is all about, you will be blown away. There is no way that I could tell you that you could see the kind of results that we see in these products. This woman right here, Helen Costa-Giles, happens to be one of my teammates and one of Carol Elizabeth's direct teammates. And this is her results right here. Her story is so moving. And you can go on the Isagenix website and read her story. She lost 90 pounds, but you can see she didn't just lose weight. She built muscle. She changed her life. And she did this at the same time sharing it with people and changing changing so many other people's lives. Guys, the industry alone that we are tapped into, let's just look at that for a second. The weight loss industry represents $15.9 billion worldwide. Energy, $121.1 billion worldwide. Performance, $31 billion worldwide. And healthy aging, $90.7 billion worldwide. Add it up, guys. That is some big money. These are industries that we are directly targeting because they are always growing as well. Our company is a 15-year-old company. We reached number 26 on the Direct Selling News Global 100 list. That is a big deal for people that don't know that. We've raised over $5.6 million from Make-A-Wish in 11 countries. We are a company about giving back and making a difference in people's lives. And we have cumulatively done, as I said earlier, 5 billion plus. Matter of fact, we should be coming up somewhere around 6 billion in the next couple of months. This company in 15 years have been able to build this incredible company that you're seeing right here on this video. This was just, I think it's about a year and a half old right now. This is a big deal. Why? Because we're just not another company out there with an office in the side of the road someplace that is selling products that doesn't really have an investment into their own company. Because when you build a business, when you want to be involved with a company, you want to be involved with a company that you know is going to be around for years and years to come. Let's look at this for a second, okay, guys? I think I missed one here. We have a perfect 10 in every single category: the company, the product, the trends and timing, the systems and support, and the comp plan. Let me speak into this very briefly. The owners of this company have been in this industry for 35 plus years, both from the field, which was being like myself out there sharing these products, building the network, and also from the corporate side. Jim and Kathy Coover are absolute experts in this industry, and they love every part about it. And their son, Eric Coover, they have raised to be able to be the second generation within their own family. What does that mean to you and I? That means that this is going to be around for our children as well, that they're not just looking to build a company so they can flip it and sell it. They're looking to build legacy living. And that is something I want you to remember as I go through the next several slides. Products, as I spoke to you earlier, $5.6 billion in cumulative sales, guys. This is some big numbers. Then you have trends and timing. All the categories that I was talking about, huge categories, all in vertical growth, non-cyclical industries. That means they're consistently growing, right? Because we're always going to need our health, need energy, and also healthy aging. You have systems and support. That's what we're here for. The teams out here and the company have locked arms to be able to show you exactly how you can build this business, because the way I refer this to is the people's franchise. What does that mean? We take the concept of franchising, which means simplicity, duplicate it over and over and over again, and we've perfected it. The difference is you don't need to have the big money to enter. This is where you can enter into a business with all the upside potential with none of the downside risks. And you can watch my husband's 3-year freedom plan, where he teaches people how they can build this business within a 3 to 5 year window of time with all of the upside potential and none of the downside risks of traditional business. And you can build this, and it can be willed to your children. Think about that. Build something once and get paid for the rest of your life and be able to share that with your children and your children's children. The compensation plan is bar none like nothing I've ever seen before, and I'll speak into that again in a minute. The thing that you have to understand about us as a company is we are a customer-first program. So when I talk about the financial opportunity, let me be very clear. There isn't one moment of one time that I am not telling you that these products are the reason we have a financial opportunity. They are everything. Because we ourselves are the customers, the people that are sharing. This business is built on word of mouth. And word of mouth has been proven over time that is the most credible and cost-effective way of bringing a product to market. Wouldn't you rather see somebody's results of somebody you know, hear them share it firsthand with you, why you would want to try these products or look at this financial opportunity, than watch it on television someplace by some famous person that you're never going to meet in your life, and they're being paid very well to market something to you that you don't even know if they're even consuming themselves? Word of mouth is a real deal, and it's the way we build our business. All of our money goes into the development of the product so that we don't have to worry about shelving it in stores all around the country, to where most of that money gets put into that. as opposed to putting into the development of the product so that we can cut out the middleman and bring it right to you. That's what direct sales is all about, cutting out the middleman. But let's look at these numbers for a second. 83.5% are consumers. What does that mean? The mass majority of the people that we share this with have no interest to look at this from a financial opportunity. And that is probably the biggest misconception when people say, oh, not everyone makes money. Well, of course not, because more than 83% of the people are simply our customers, and that's what they need to be to make it a legitimate business. 11.5% of them are fans. Fans are people that I refer to as people who are doing this because they love our products, but they're not looking at it necessarily from a business standpoint. Great if they can offset the cost of their products, maybe be able to help a few friends and pay for their products going along the way, maybe supplement their income somewhere here and there, but they're not looking at it from a significant business standpoint. Only 5% of the people look at this from a business standpoint where they are looking at putting a business plan in place and executing that business plan. And those are the people that we are looking for right now to help us take us to the next phase. 87% of our consumption are reorder. We have an 87% reorder rate from our customers. That is the most incredible number I have ever seen in my life. And I owned a skincare and cosmetic company, guys, and I couldn't even come close to that. And my products were pretty good. But let me tell you something. When you have a product that is emotional, consumable, and as a result attached to it, it's a big deal. It's a big deal because it reorders over and over and over again. So you're not selling it again and again and again. It's not like selling a purse or jewelry. It is a one-time. People fall in love with it. You show them how to get a great result with it. You coach them into getting a really good result, and they continue to consume the product because why? The results are the reasons why. Every single time. Guys, look at these numbers. From 2012 to 2016, our company tripled in growth. Tripled. We went from 334 million to 924 million. Vertical growth in 4 years. Well, guess what? Our company told us in this January of 2017 that we are going to start to double our growth. We are going to go from 1 billion to 2 billion in the next 3 to 4 years. That is doubling of our growth. So we are about to have what's called our second wave. The first wave was us validating that these products really do work. That's what the first 5 billion represented, guys. Now the next 5 billion is taking it worldwide. What we're going to be doing now is sharing this and being able to take this. The beautiful part of this is taking it internationally is as business owners, we don't have to go up and set up these offices ourselves. We don't have to worry about paying taxes or figuring out the exchange rates in all of these different countries that we're in. All we have to do is share these products. And in sharing these products, the company themselves, Isagenix, they handle all of the operational expenses and the details for us, and they simply pay us. We are the marketing arm of this company. So we are brand partners with them. But they did all the work for us. They took all the financial burden on for us and all the responsibility. And when you go through this kind of growth, guys, you better be sure you have a company that knows what they're doing if you want them to be around long term. The part that I want to talk to now, guys, is truly about the wealth creation and how it happens. This is Herb and Patty CEPEDA. They are my sponsors. They're the people that introduced me into this industry. I was introduced to it actually when I was in my late 20s, just a few years ago. But that was about 25 so years ago. I was introduced to this industry. It was multi-level marketing. This is not that. How do I know? Because I did that. And by the way, I was quite successful with it. My husband and I did it together. We traveled the world. We made a lot of money in a short window of time. The problem is it did not duplicate. And when it didn't duplicate, I had a problem with that because those were my friends and my family, right? And I needed to make sure that those people were making money as well. So after about 4 or 5 years, I got pregnant and I started to slow down, and I realized that I could not keep selling something that I lost my own personal belief in from a business standpoint, not just the product, but building the network, because that is what we actually do here, guys. We build networks of consumers who have a vested interest in staying with our products for life. And in that vested interest, if you have a product that is emotional and consumable and as a result attached to it, and you pay your people for sharing it, and you pay them well, you've got yourself an incredible worldwide financial model. But if that breaks down, if you can't really pay your people well because you're dealing with levels and you're making the model so difficult for people to make money that when the growth starts to slow down, they can't meet the criteria necessary to get paid, That's when you have people who had a lot of problems with multi-level marketing, and rightfully so. So I walked away from this industry for 15 years, and there is only one reason and one reason only that I'm back, and that is because this company got it right. And this couple, this beautiful couple here, they're the ones that shared this with me. And I'll tell you guys, they experienced it the first time around with me. They were in the original company with me, and they didn't actually have the same success that my husband and I had. They did well, but my husband and I did really well, and they had left earlier than we did. And they were a harder sell than we were because they didn't actually have the big success. So when they saw this financial opportunity, they vetted it out. They looked at it from every way possible. And what we have come to realize is taking place right now is there is a convergence of trends, 3 trends that are dramatically impacting the success of Isagenix right now. The first one being the coming of age of the industry. And the company that is doing it right is Isagenix. They are the it company, because at the end of the day, I said they have a perfect 10 in every single category. But the number one most important part of it that sets us apart from all other companies is they got every single one of them right. Not 3 of them, not 2 of them, not 4 of them, but all 5 of them. And the compensation plan really does matter. And they got that right in detail. And if you're more interested about that, we will go in detail with you. Tonight's call is just an overview to see if you are interested. But we, guys, our goal is to teach you everything we know about this, not just in one fell swoop though, okay? The next part of that converging trend is social media coming of age. So now you have one industry coming of age and you have a new one coming out right now, and that is in the last 10, 15 years, we have social media that we did not have 20, 30, 40 some odd years ago when these first companies went out in multi-level marketing companies. So now you have network marketing done at its finest, and now you have social media where you have a perfect fit, the ability to reach people, which is exactly what our job is to do, is to share this information and people self-select. We don't have to convince anybody, guys. The information, the product, the opportunity, it's strong enough on its own. All we have to do is put it in front of people and let them do their own due diligence. But the third part of this, the part that is dramatically impacting the success of this industry and this company right now, is the wellness revolution. A healthy society can only be built by healthy people. And guys, we have a health crisis. Make no mistake about it. And so we have a solution. It is not the be and end all. It is not the Isagenix products are going to solve every problem. And we certainly do not make any claims that we cure anything. But what I know to be true is that when your gut is healthy, you can be healthy. That food really does matter. And the food that we have been supplying ourselves and our children specifically, guys, we have been making ourselves sick. As Tony Robbins would say, we've been digging our graves with our teeth. Guys, before I go to this next slide, I want to introduce to you Carol Elizabeth. Carol Elizabeth, are you with us, girl? I'm looking for you here.
I'm here.
There you are, Carol. Guys, before I turn this over to her for a few minutes, and I asked her to be on this call for a reason. I asked her to be on the call because I wanted her to validate through her own personal story. I wanted you to be able to connect with what this woman has experienced in this industry as a single mother, as a very successful entrepreneur in the fitness industry and in the lifestyle industry, and that she was involved in another company at one point, like myself, and had her own experience there. But I really just wanted her to share with you her own journey, because it's really important that you realize that each and every one of us that have gotten involved in this business, we've all had success in our own lives. We are people that have choices, and we choose this industry and this company for a reason. And so our goal is just to give you as many reasons, our reasons, to share with you and see if you relate to it. So Carol, thank you for being with us tonight.
Oh, my pleasure. You know, I'm always so fired up to chat, and it's really neat to be on this call from an opportunity focus, because the evolution of my journey with Isagenix, and even my journey as a person has evolved, and so I'm happy to take a few minutes here and just kind of share a little bit about me and my story. And so really 10 years ago, I was a stay-at-home mom with 3 awesome kids in a failing marriage. I'd been a stay-at-home mom for 10 years. I was really unhealthy. I was, making my happiness out of rows of cookies and watching reality shows and watching people's lives to make sure that other people had lives that were, maybe worse than mine. And I set on a path to get, I want to say to get healthy, but it was really just to lose weight. I wasn't interested in nutrition, any of that. I just was tired of fighting with my closet and, stopping going out of my house. And so that started me on a journey of working out, because I thought that was the number one key to component. I thought if I got some abs, I'd have every level of abs you had in your body was directly proportionate to your happiness. That was, what I really believed at that time. Started working out, didn't see some results, started changing my diet, went super clean, carried around cooler bags, and had a great physical transformation that had me stand on a fitness stage at the age of 39 as a bucket list. That then, turned into just doing a little more competing, tying my then happiness to trophies and titles and everyone else telling me I was so, inspiring for, being on a step mill, and really thinking that I had found my niche. At this time, my marriage ended and I needed to support these 3 children. And so I went and got a job at Lululemon because, I lived in Lululemon and I'm like, that sounds like a fabulous job. I don't know. I hadn't worked in 12 years. It became very quickly apparent to me that having to drive, having to put my kids in early childcare at school at 7 a.m, having to take a holiday day when my daughter was sick, that just didn't sit right with me. At the same time, I was introduced to a different company. It was a shake company, as Susan talked about it in the beginning, that we are not. And it went hand in hand with who I was at that moment, because my transformation started me on a fitness entrepreneurship journey because I wanted to help other people. And so I thought, well, if I can help people and get them on this shake rather than send them to the store, awesome. I'm up in Toronto, and so it was a new company. It was a new startup, and I didn't know the industry, so I didn't know that that's something we should maybe shy away from. But I had a really strong why. I was excited by the opportunity that it could have been, but I didn't know enough to know if this was a wise choice. But I jumped in and quite quickly rose to a 6-figure income. So I left Lululemon pretty quick, and I thought, I can always come back. And I really went all in with this company for 2 years. But what I found very quickly was that I was spending a ton of time. I was never having dinner with my kids. Although I was making money, there was all this month-end running, and that's that MLM that Susan talks about. And again, not to knock MLM or multi-level marketing, but it has evolved. And we, with Isagenix, have evolved and shown it, really taken all of the good stuff out of it. And so I started to also become somebody that was more interested in health than just looking a certain way. I still competed. I still compete. I got remarried to an amazing man with way more education than me. And I started to realize that the products I was telling people about, I didn't believe in. And the moment I did not believe in it anymore, I couldn't do it anymore. So I stopped. And I didn't think I would ever do it because I was really, as Susan talked about, some of the companies have a couple of the keys for success. And the company I was with, maybe had a great marketing campaign, but every time I went to an event or got around people, I felt less than. I didn't feel that I was getting helped because in that compensation model, if I wasn't in the direct wheelhouse of somebody, they weren't helping me. I was on my own. And so I thought, I don't want any part of this. I'm supposed to be doing this to have freedom, and I felt no freedom at all. The money at that point didn't matter because it just felt icky. So I thought, well, that's, I tried it. That's good. I started being a personal trainer. And so I had to then get in my car and drive in Toronto traffic. And, people would cancel training with me, and I would get in my car and I would drive home and I wouldn't make $1 and I would have been out the gas. And so my brain started, remembering what I thought was possible in the other company. And somebody that I had met in the journey, called me up and said, I found a company. She was also never a fan of multi-level marketing. So she said, I found a company. It's nothing like what you've been in. It's nothing like I've ever seen. The products are amazing. If you're open, take a look. And I took a look. The product seemed incredible. As Susan talked about, I had started a journey to really alkaline my body. I had some friends dealing with some things. And so when I started hearing about it, I was really intrigued. And I jumped in kind of hesitantly because I was just scared that the people were going to be fake, that the company was going to be the same thing, that I would have to be on calls all day long. And I'll never forget, one day I got a text from Susan Miller and she's like, "Are you open to doing a call with your team down in Australia?" And I was like, "Girl, I don't have a team in Australia." I didn't understand how the compensation plan model worked. And so the opportunity to be able to truly help everybody that is in your organization and love on the customers, and 87% customers is incredible, because my passion is helping people with health first, because that, it doesn't matter the money that's around if we don't have that health and wellness. And but what it has allowed is really a journey of growth for me, a personal development journey, being a happier mom, a greater friend. It has brought so much into my life that the money that comes every Monday, and let me just say that again, every Monday, we get a little email every Monday. And so I'm coming up on my 5th year with Isagenix this March, and it has grown so authentically and organically. Susan has been such an amazing mentor to me, because what I recognized in the other company, I was just passion and fire, but no strategy, no idea that there was actually skills. And this was actually an industry that if you put the time and effort in to learn the skills in which to do it, not only could you have the financial freedom, the health and wellness, the happiness, the brain space, but you could actually help other people get that as well. In my other company, no matter what I did, I could never help anybody ever get anything close to me. And that wasn't joyful for me. So now, I had a meeting the other day with a brand new person. I was in California 2 weeks ago, and she asked me, "Why are you here? Why are you here taking time out on your vacation to sit with me and have tea?" And I said, "I am just so passionate about educating people what network marketing is when done right, and what Isagenix is, that I can't not talk to you. I can't not educate people, because I feel so many people have been burnt by multi-level marketing companies, or we have a frame of our brain of what that is. And if you really knew what it could be, and if you really found a company that aligned with who you are and what you believe and what you're passionate about, and something that you want to take regardless if you make 2 pennies or 10 cents or $100, if you found that and you knew, I was saying to Susan, today was, go to work with your parent day for my grade 9. And she walked from her bedroom into my office and spent the day with me. And she's a creative and she just said, "Mom, I can't wait to be part of this with you." And I'm so grateful to Susan. I'm so grateful to Isagenix, Jim and Kathy. When you've got people that have been in my shoes, and Susan's shoes as a mom, and they come and they bring this together with all of the goodness, it is unbelievable. So I thank everyone for being on the call tonight. I thank you, Susan, and I get her in my ear daily. So my energy is through the roof when I'm around Susan. But just take a chance with this.
Carol, thank you so much, because I'm going to tell you right now, for us, it's been a journey of tremendous success that we have experienced. But we're having the experience of that success because people care. I always say, we don't try to convince it. We're not looking for people, that every single person that needs what we have. We're looking for people who believe what we believe in. And sometimes I think I should just do away with the slides and just speak from our hearts about what it is that we're doing here. Because at the end of the day, we're making a difference in our lives first and foremost. And then through that example, we're helping other people make a difference in their lives. Mine started with an autoimmune disease, that it was able to find easy access to nutrition. And when people say to me, "Well, that's expensive," and I go, "Well, compared to what?" Because I don't know about you guys, but buying organic food is extremely expensive. And if you're not buying organic, you're exposing yourself to the toxins that are making us sick. It's part of the vicious cycle. And unfortunately, organic food is expensive when it should be. Everything else isn't really food. this is food, and we're able to get it in our bodies in such a convenient way. But because I've told people this so many times, the first bubble, that was our product bubble. But guys, we've earned the right to be a financial opportunity company today and to speak into it because we have gotten it right. I mean, I started this business in 2012, coming up on my 6-year anniversary in about 4 or 5 months. And I have over 75,000 people on my team in 13 different countries. Now, let me just be clear. I have introduced this to about 200 people in that period of time. Okay? Those people have exponentially grown this. Majority of them, more than 85% of them are our customers only. They have no interest in building the business. Another 10% of them are sharing it to get their products paid for. Let me show you how you do that. Introduce it to 2 people with the same product package you came in with. Your products are more than half off. Help them get their products half off. Yours are paid for. Duplicate that model over and over and over again. Think of a penny doubling. If you take a penny and you double it every single day for 30 days, what happens to it? It's a 100% compounding effect. That is network marketing in a nutshell. Okay? So the first 10 days, it turns into $10. But the next 10 days, it's 10,000. By the 30th day of the month, it's 10 million. Remove the penny, put in the person, add a product that's emotional, consumable, and has a result attached to it. And you guys, add Isagenix in there, and you have a financial opportunity that will pay you. What we're doing here is we're building that network of consumers. We are in the business of people. And what we market is health and financial wealth if you want it. Guys, I'm going to leave you with this, and this is a powerful slide. It's called market disruptors. And if you don't know what that is, just look at here. Apple disrupted the way in which we communicate. I think we can all agree with that. Over the last 15 years, 20 years ago, we didn't even know what Apple was except something you ate. Amazon disrupted the way we shop. I no longer go to the store. I just actually was on Amazon buying like my everyday stuff that I might have run to Target for. I will never do it again because I have Prime. They deliver it to me for free, okay? I mean, I pay a one-time fee. They disrupted the way we shop. Google disrupted the way we gain information. We no longer have encyclopedias. Are you kidding me? I mentioned that to my 17-year-old son. He laughed at me. He wasn't even sure what it was. The bottom line is Isagenix right now is disrupting the way in which we earn an income. We have proven that. And since I got involved with this company, we have 98 additional millionaires that have come on board. I became 144th millionaire in my 3rd year in this company, which means I earned $1 million. I originally started off as a hairdresser in my life, guys. I evolved into an entrepreneur and businesswoman through my career, okay? I taught myself these things. I don't have any special talent except passion. I have a passion to help people. I lived a life where I was living a life at a 2, and today I get to live it at a 10 because I got control of my health. This company simply provides us with a better way, both physically and financially. And I'll state it again. Our vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process, create the largest wellness company in the world. And we simply invite you to join us. This call tonight was just to give you enough information to create interest, for you to understand that something is happening right now. Okay? You can get back to the person that invited you to this call. We have a wealth of information that we can share with you as you ask for more information. We're simply sifting for interest right now. And if that is you, if you say, yes, I would like to know more, reach out, because we're doing this with or without you guys. We're going for it. And we'd love to have you join us. Thank you so much, Carol, for this evening. I apologize for the new slideshow not working in the earlier part of it. But guys, this is real. This is who we are. We're not professional presenters. We're just everyday people sharing what we believe. Have an amazing evening, and thank you for spending it with me. Take care.